a recap in a way, just a reflection on what some insight that you might have gotten from our conversation earlier. Um, yeah.
Yeah, like you go for so if you would like to give a reflection or a recap or a summary of your number one learning, transformation, benefit, or just a regular reflection, that would be
Mhm.
great. You know, and just for transparency and consent, this is the part that will most likely be shared with other people. So only speak when you're comfortable speaking. Like, yeah.
I, it's fun. Every time we have this, I never know what's going to happen. Um, because one of my elders asked me today, like, what is the topic for today's conversation? I was like,
Yeah,
because they asked me
I
if I wanted to go with coffee with them, and I'm like, no, I have to have this. And they're like, why? What are you guys talking about? I'm like, I don't know. And but it's uncanny that each time we have this conversation, um, it's often different. There's usually two or three or maybe just one new person in there. But each time we end up, there's like it's almost like there's a theme that's been planned for what we're going to have that is outside of us, and somehow we have this conversation, and everything seems to connect together. And even though we're grew up in different parts of the world and different understandings, different spiritual, religious beliefs, there still seems to be this thing that ties and connects um, our struggles and what we're learning from each other. That's one of the things I really appreciate about these.
Mhm.
And that's my reflection.
Oh, well, my reflection is, yeah, it's also it's quite amazing because I actually thought you brought the whole first kiss thing as an icebreaker, and I was wondering what thing are we going to demystify today, and it just dawned on me that it went deeper into sexuality and it connected to a lot of different things. So yeah, I was just about to ask him then, so when are we beginning? When are we starting this meeting? Now that the now that the whole sexuality thing has been covered. But yeah, it was really impressive. And my take home was straight from how we started the entire meeting. Uh, it to me, I think that's one part that we have been trained to perceive. It's like an idea that has been painted to be that should be pleasant in its innocence. Because when you say, "What's your first kiss experience?" It kind of brings out this innocence and that of how love should be. It shouldn't be a transaction. We had to remember something that we attach to it that should have been so hurting. My take home tonight was that it is a different experience. Just because Hollywood or the world has painted it as just because we've perceived it to be something that should be nice does not take away the fact that other people have experienced another version of the first kiss. And that is one part that I've actually gotten to appreciate. From my culture, it's not something you actually talk about because it should never be there. Your first kiss has to be in marriage. And so even the memory, you do not cling on to it. So should you even utter it out, you're like, abomination. Yeah, so this kind of helped me dig so deep into my relationships, and I've actually put another weight onto the beam balance, and now I can actually see how it varies across platforms. Yeah, yeah, that's my take.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ifo and Eno. Yeah. Part of my own takeaway is how timely these meetings always are, even though we don't have an agenda or an idea of how what we're gonna say. And it's funny, innocent thought, or when's the actual meeting gonna start? And it never started.
And it's ending, it's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And it's timely for me, even for me, I don't know about others, but because I've been considering how I might be gender fluid, even though I don't like labels either. I've been pondering that as my own like gender identity as well. So it's like timely as always for me as well. So that's beneficial for me as for all of you to be part of this, even though I'm the facilitator here. And and even if there and then that's funny too, this time I didn't even announce that I'm the facilitator, I just let it all flow,
Yeah. Yeah.
So anybody else?
Uh, so I think in a way we haven't started, but it's 3 hours already. And
That is a very African meeting.
African time or Latin American time, whatever time. I think that's the beauty of this space. And even though we came from different places and we brought different experiences and assumptions and expectations or lack of expectations into this, but I think it's each of you being honest and being open to yourself and to each other that made this space unique and very nurturing to me, at least. So I thank Condom for opening the space, and thank every of you for being you. Thank you.
Thank you. Looks like I need to give you my reflection as well. My biggest reflection is that I feel very privileged, extremely privileged to be part of this space, and I'm so thankful that you guys took me in and were able to bring me into your intimate space, and I learned so much from this 3-hour non-meeting. It's just and the thing about it, the thing that I like the most about this meeting is that it had no structure. The flexibility and the flow and the natural flow to the conversation is possibly my favorite way of learning, and it's so genuine and so honest and just beautiful, beautiful. I love this kind of conversation that just flows, that follows no structure, that has no real leader. I mean, I know Kundan is technically the host, but I never felt that you were imposing any kind of guidelines at any time. And it just speaks so much of how powerful you are to be able to do that and still have an amazing non-meeting. So just very happy. I'm so happy. Yeah. I feel so much better 3 hours later than when I started the meeting. This has been healing, very, very healing. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. My honor.
I feel similarly to everybody. I'm not really, I feel quite discombobulated. 3 hours has felt more like half an hour. And suddenly we're at the end of our time together for another week. And I feel like I'm not done. And I feel sad about that. I feel really sad about that. The time today has been...
I can call you back and we can keep talking if you want.
The agenda, the kaupapa, the agenda for today has been more truth, more honesty in a way that we all resonate with truth. It doesn't come from a source outside of ourselves or a structure that is foreign to us. We all know this structure. It's in our, for us, it's in our bones, this sort of structure, this way of being, this way of communicating with other people. We are also similar and we are also different. And to me, this is a beautiful thing to happen because I mentioned it last week. I disconnect from here, this time together, and boom, up comes I'm not safe away from a structure like this. And I have deep respect for each and every one of us, that we come into this space as we are, that we hold this space as we are. And it's a remarkable space. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, everybody, who have held us as well.
Yeah, and to add to that, I feel the more I do this, I feel an incredible amount of trust in the space itself, rather than my need to put a structure or impose any form of conventional so-called leadership, and just let the space be. And I think that's really the indigenous way too, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like in the name unmeeting.
I think we can just put the now meeting at the.
It's weird and beautiful.
The non-meeting meeting.
Like all of us, each of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We should just call it the non-meeting from now on. When other people ask, it's like
100%.
No Robert's Rules of Order.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Anarchy.
Wanda, you already spoke, right? I
Yes,
didn't remember. Yeah, okay. Great. So everybody
Okay.
spoke.
I did. Plus now meeting.
Excellent. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining this non-meeting. and long as well. You all
Yeah.
have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much
great
for
day,
hosting.
everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Take
May
care.
the force
Bye.
be with
Take
you.
care. Yeah, peace. Peace.
All right.
All right. See you
All
later.
right.
See you. Bye.
Bye.